So this is the WordPress editor, the WYSIWYG. And right here there's this thing, they call it the kitchen sink. So if you press this button, then you're going to have additional lines here. So on occasion, different programs or plugins that you have will install an extra button here. And that will just be dependent on the type of program that you have installed, on whether or not you get a button or not. Now this is pretty fundamental right here. There's not a lot of option changes in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend our options and what we can do as far as coding. So we're going to add a plugin. It's called Tiny MCE Advanced. And what happens when we add this advanced feature is that it gives us additional functionality. And go over here, and here's how you can change the buttons around to suit you. Now, again, that's under settings right here. Settings, and you'll find the Tiny MCE Advanced. You are never, ever, ever should paste something in from Word. So we're going to take that off right there. Okay, because Word and different programs have a lot of HTML embedded into it. So if you paste something directly into Word, then you're going to screw up your code, and that is no fun.
So even if it's just not even like if you, a regular document, not a save as a website?
Yeah, none of it. Just don't do it, because the way we programmed the website and the code, that if you want to make a change, then it'll change every single page in your site. So if you want to change, if later when we change the font, it'll change the font site-wide.
Gotcha.
But if you design each page individually, then that's not going to work like that. So the justify feature is nice here. Excuse me. Styles is very important. We're going to use that more than anything else. I feel like taking this font size and paragraph out because we're pretty much going to want to just be using the styles. I'll show you why here in just a minute. The date comes in handy. The one I just added here is the citation. So if you're going to cite a website or a book, then that's the code to do it right there. And I think that's about it. The anchor feature comes in handy. And the layers. Excuse me. Now the problem with some of the layers is it can kind of screw up your code here just a little bit, which I don't see the layers in here.
So we should take the paste from Word there out too.
No, this is what we want to have, and oh, here's the layers right here. Okay, that's kind of glitchy in WordPress, but sometimes you might want to do it if you're going to do something fancy. We're going to add this right here, the stop removing the PMBR tags in the HTML editor. So what that does is when we click the HTML link, it'll show us the code. Okay, and we want to see that if we're going to add a particular special feature.
So if I have, so I'm going to compose a lot of my content in Word. How do I not use Word to use, what do I use instead? Do I have to compose everything again and retype it, or could I use Apple or Pages? Or?
That's the next video. So we'll do that next.
Great.
Okay, so now if you look here, now we have these extra little functionalities here.
Okay.
And if you press this HTML, the little P tags are on here. Okay, P means paragraph.
Yeah.
So instead of using, font size right here, like here you might want to go, this is your first post, and do a font size change. Okay, so this is not the best way to do it because it's not going to be, it's just like a lot of extra work. What you do want to do, let's say we have a coded in, we have our our styles here. So what we're going to want to do go here. Well, that's not working. Oh, right here, H1, H2. You know, here's all the styling options that you already have embedded into the website. So that's what you want to do. If we want this to be this size here, and then over here we can add a line break, or
What's that right there?
this. This is what's called the more tag. We'll go into that in another video, but essentially what it is that if you have a whole listing of posts and you put this more tag in here like that, then when you go to the website and you go view post,
It goes to the next page. So you just do a paragraph and put the more tag in, and it opens up in another page.
I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay, so if we view this here, see how we're viewing it here, and I did this expanded thing there. Okay, so now if we go to the blog, okay, see it just says hello world because I put the more tag there. So now what it'll do is it'll chunk it out instead of showing the whole entire post.
That's really helpful.
You go here.
Right.
And so now it's going to show you the rest of the
And
post.
a lot of this purpose is to just make sure that you don't have to put all your whole copy on the front page, right? So that you have the above the fold, below the fold kind of options for.
It depends on what you want to use it for. I mean, if you have a whole bunch of posts, you don't want someone to read 600 pages before they can see that you have something else there. So it just depends. You use it for different reasons. And you're going to use this most of all because you have a membership site. So for membership sites, having that code there, what that does is it, when you do the add more tag, anything after that add more tag is for members only.
Oh, wow.
Anything above that, we're going to program your site to where anyone can see that. Okay, but you have to be a member to view any more than that. All right, now I lost my page where we were. And that's it for this video. We're going to go ahead and stop now.